show me what you've got.
Okay, starting from this end,
Hip hop.
2 preamplifiers. This one is more like a 50s valve amp design, so it's a bit darker. Lots of gain. It's a dirty boost essentially.
But not a lot of high end, more round.
Exactly,
Okay.
much thicker. Normal mode is flat frequency response. Bright, it doesn't add treble, it cuts low end.
Oh, okay.
So you get a bit of a cleaner.
But very creamy.
Yeah.
Very creamy.
And then next we've got a British style Martian essentially. The big amp is 4x12 stack. The little amp is an open back 2x12 combo type sound. So plenty of sparkle and compression. Little amp.
Very cool.
You can set them to more of a lean sound. They all clean up well with the volume on the guitar as well.
Still a lot of gain on gain at 0.
There is, yeah. That's partly coming from the amp there. It can clean up well. This is completely passive. It's an Octave up generator.
But no power, just...
No power at all, no.
See, if I knew anything about electronics, I would understand how that is possible. But since I don't, that just sounds like magic to me. It sounds like no power, no knob. It's coming out of thin air.
Yeah.
But we'll just leave it at that. You're a magician and... Oh, now I see it, I'm an idiot. I just saw a cat, but it's not a cat. It's actually an octopus. Oh my god, that is so freaking cool. Did you see that, Leslie? It's an 8-legged cat.
So
I don't care what it sounds like, I want one. That is just freaking awesome. We got 4 cats.
yeah, the idea is it's like a building block, so you can put it with any of your own overdrive, fuzz, distortion pedals, or get a dirty amp sound. So I'll put it on with this.
That is neat.
Yeah, and it can track chords.
Really?
Yeah. It's got the widest frequency response of any analog octave pedal in the world.
Because usually with these octave up, I have an actually I have an octopus, but with 2Z from Mobile. It's a Chinese company,
Okay.
and it's a very dirty. It's like a full tone. Don't ask me, crazy fuzz something, and it's got a. You can go an octave up in normal, but when you're on that octave up, it's hard. Sometimes you get that really nice high octave, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it tilts over into those overtones, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to control. If you want the sound you just had, you turn it on, and there it was.
Yeah.
And it's very. It sounds like you always get the desired effect.
Yeah.
And with that, with the pedal I have, I really like it, but it's like hit or miss. You know, you might have to play the section several times to get the desired result.
It is. It's hard to get the consistency. But this one, you can do all the crazy ring modulator things with it, but when you want to play clean, it reacts clean.
Very nice.
This one is our flagship model. The guys using it at the moment, we've got Graham Coxon, Brendan Benson, Mark Ford, Rich Robinson, Jay Maskis, the list goes on and on. And it really is one of the most dynamic dirt pedals going.
I was going to say, that's without.
Again, it cleans up with the volume.
I hear a lot of high-end missing, but I'm going to attribute that to me sitting off center, and also you're going through, nothing against hot tone, but this is not what I wouldn't play these through those.
No.
Yeah.
And then last in the chain, it's essentially a combination of these two, but we've wired them in an unusual order to allow us to get most low end from it. Because when you're octaving up, it's going to add a lot of treble. So we've modified the circuit and the fuzz as well to add even more low end. So it can do the rhythm stuff as well. So it tracks chords, and then you can do the...
Nice.
And it can do the more crazy sounds.
But the octave is always on.
It is on that one. And Warren Ellis from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds is using that, so it gives you an idea of the kind of sounds you can pull out of it.
But you'd be more flexible actually just buying those two, but then you wouldn't have the low end.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Those two combined is much more of a Hendrix sound, whereas that is kind of a new sound altogether. It's really, really meaty.
So you wouldn't, if you combine those two, you're not getting this?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
It's close.
But sadly, you can't just get the fuzz sound with this. You'll always have the octave.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you want to sell all three, of course. Smart design, because if you do one that can replace two of your pedals, that wouldn't be smart.
No, but like I say, it's worth the modifications we did to the fuzz circuit. If we just put those two in one box, it would not have the same power.
I really like the very simple and to the point design.
Yeah.
I've actually dealt with pedal design for some Chinese companies and names and graphics and stuff. And graphics always often can look cheesy.
Yeah.
But these are very clever, very original, and they make them look very boutique. Talking about boutique, price point, where are we?
In euros, we're looking at 150 to 200.
So absolutely acceptable.
Yeah, and they're completely 100% made in England.
So I always count anything like 140 to 200 is, you know, it's not a cheap pedal, but it's if you really want it and it's a good pedal, it's good. Anything over that is, you must be a little bit nuts, and you have to really want it. So as soon as you go over the 200 euro price point, you might be pushing it, especially as a new brand. Then of course Strymon didn't give a flying crap about that, but that's a different category altogether. And sadly, once you played one, you need to have it.
Yeah.
So these are very cool.
Thank you very much.
And Bigfoot Engineering.
That's it. I'll give you a card as well.
Bigfoot Engineering.